it's your girl Steph. Welcome to the Relevant Voice. I have with me somebody super special to me, none other than the Clifton Ross the Third. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate you. I love you.
Anything for you. You know I love you. Hey y'all.
Nice. So today we're talking about being fearless. I've known this guy for how long?
Over 10 years. Probably 12, more than 13.
Yeah,
13,
I give
something
you
like
about
that.
13 years.
Yeah.
And I believe that every person in your life adds something to your life. And what he adds to me and what he constantly reminds me of is to be fearless. When I first called him to talk to him about doing this website, this whole thing that I'm doing, I need y'all to know I would never be in front of this camera. I'm a background girl. I'm over in the corner. I don't like no credit. I don't want anybody to even know that I touched it or did anything. You know me. So for me to do this, it scared me to death. And so I talked to him about my fears, and he said something to me that I will never forget. And I've told a few people, I think I gave you credit. If I didn't give him credit, he said it. I don't want to be a thief. But he said to me to make peace with my fear now, before. So when it hits or whatever happens, you will not be moved. And I never, ever, ever, thank you for that. I never forgot that. Ever forgot that. So today I have to bring the guy that holds me accountable, that reminds me of what God says, of what's in me, of, you know, pretty much ignore what people say or what they may think of you. I had to bring this guy in. He's super busy, but he did it for me. So thank you for that.
Oh man, please. You know it's my pleasure. Listen, when she starts talking about me and all of this stuff that I've done or do, I start blushing, as y'all can tell. I look down, because I don't think about it like that. I just think of this is my friend, and I feel led to empower her in this moment. And that's what I did, and that's what we do. So, you know, hey, you're welcome, but I'm just being a friend.
And I appreciate it, and thank you. And I tell you often, thanks for being my friend, and I really appreciate him. And if you don't have someone in your life to remind you of the things that God says to you, to hold you accountable, that when you are feeling fearful, to snatch you out of it and say, listen, shake yourself and get yourself together, you need a friend. I don't know if you can have my friend. Second joke, I can share. But I want to talk about you being fearless in your life. You've done some things that are really public, like, I think we all saw him, and you better have voted for Team Clifton Ross.
The third.
The third.
Team Cliff.
Sunday best twice.
Yes.
Twice. Hello. If you know this dude, you know he can sing. I mean, come on. But how in the world, I know the first time, I remember when you were going and you got the call that it was like, oh my God, I got it. And you was like, Stephanie, oh my God, and you were freaking out, but you did it. And then the second time, you was like, oh my God. But this time, because I was there for both of them, the second time I can say you weren't as nervous and you were more getting prepared. Like he was like, I'm gonna go to sleep on time and I'm gonna drink only water. And he became disciplined because he was ready. It's something about being ready.
Yeah.
It's just something about being ready. When you're ready and it's your time, it's just something about it. But talk to me about that, man. How in the world did you deal with the public opinion of judgment, and you can sing and you can't sing and that one can sing better than you, and you know, because you bad here, but when you get on the stage with other bad, how does that feel? Like, what was that?
Well, I mean, I think before you even get on a show, before you decide to do anything like that, you have to be secure in what your presentation is and what your gift is. And for me, I learned what my sound is, and I learned what my energy brings.
Yeah.
And then not only do I know what it is, I love what it is, and I'm in love with it because it's God's gift to me to use. And so I stepped out in that. And when I got the call to come back for Sunday Best, I knew like the last time I was a little nervous, and I didn't want to be as nervous. I knew, like, you know, just being on a Sunday Best stage is not like singing at your church. It's totally different. You know, the whole realm of competition brings on a whole nother set of energies. And if, you know, Steph knows me, I'm not really a competitive person when it comes to my voice, but I just thought Sunday Best was such a great opportunity 6 years ago. And for it to come back around 6 years later, for me to face my fear or my feelings of being eliminated in the top 10 the first time around, it was like the perfect opportunity for me to just kind of like face fear in his face and say, what's up? I'm here. Yeah. And so, you know, I did a lot of deep breathing. I believe in meditation and just being centered. And I've been more centered. I'm more centered now than I was 6 years ago. Of course, you should be in a span of 6 years. You should evolve. You should continuously work on you. You should continuously try to be your best self. And so that's what I've been committed to doing. So when the challenge came to do Sunday Best again, I remember walking into my hotel room and telling my room, I'm not leaving. Yeah. And I put my clothes in the closet. You know, when you go in the hotel room, you know, you keep your stuff in the bag. But this time I was like, no, this is about to be my home for a second. So I put my stuff in the drawers. It was just a different energy. And it was kind of like, you know, what's the worst that could happen? I could go home. But this time I'm not going home. I'm just not. Yeah. And that's what I did through each round. Each round was another journey. Each round was another set of tools that you had to use and apply. Like it was almost like the Hunger Games, you know. It's like every round is like something different.
You volunteer
it's kind
for
of like,
tribute.
Yeah. And here we are.
So you talked about facing your fears. What conversations do you have with yourself when you are afraid? What do you say? Do you say, because I talk to myself, if anybody ever rode up beside me in the car, I'm not on the phone all the time. I'm really talking to myself or talking to God, or I'm just going off because I just got to get it out. But what things do you say to yourself to say, you know what, fear, you cannot have this moment in my life? What do you say?
Well, I believe that practice makes permanent. So, you know, facing your fears comes with practice of saying, like, you know what, like she said, you know what, not today. So when I get in the mirror, I say, you know what, you got this. And it's funny because I have a tattoo that says, I am born for this. And I remember talking to Steph about this tattoo. We talked about this thing for years.
I have the same tattoo, but I have it in Hebrew. So yes, we did. We talked about it for years.
And so, you know, in my low moments, I look down and I read it, and I'm reminded that I was born for this moment, for this specific assignment. So I remember it was the final round before it went from 5 people to 3 people, before the finalist was announced. Mm-hmm. I looked in the mirror in the dressing room and I looked at myself and I was like, I am so proud of you. You have done an amazing job. Regardless of what happens from this moment, this is the last elimination. You were so awesome. You were amazing from this moment, Cliff. And I literally just spoke. I looked eye to eye in myself in the mirror and I encouraged myself. And I sat back down and I was just at peace. I went through everything all the rounds of the competition, and I said, you know, I don't think there's anything else you could have done. You know, you've given 100% every time, you know, and there's nothing else you can do. Go for it. God, congratulations. Look forward to what's next. And I hugged myself and I sat down.
Speaking of what's next,
My EP is coming out.
I've heard it. We went to dinner and he played it for me, blasting loud in the car. And I mean, y'all, we know the brother can sing, but I mean, I cannot wait.
I can't wait either.
I cannot wait.
It's been a long time, it's been a few years in the process, but good things come to those who wait. And if you don't rush it, if you don't rush your process and you just literally embrace God's timing, because a lot of times when we have our timing and then you have God's timing, sometimes they don't coexist well.
Yeah.
And most of the time you're trying to do your timing, and usually our timing is that microwave stuff, that try to happen overnight. And this EP has been a journey, but oh my God, my mountains, my valleys, and the subject matter of all the songs are just topics that I feel like y'all can connect with.
Yeah.
My low moments, my high moments, my shouty shout moments, and just my worship moments. I know we all can feel this music together, so I'm excited to be releasing it this year. I don't have a date, so don't ask me.
Listen. I'm not gonna ask that.
Just know we almost there, and it's gonna be worth the wait.
That's awesome. I'm so excited. I send him text messages, like random, like, I'm so proud of you, I love you.
She does.
Just thinking about you. I can't wait to see what God does in your life. I really just can't. I remember when I remember just when. And we bonded off brandy.
Yeah.
If you full moon brandy.
Any track.
Any track. Okay.
Any track.
Full moon. Come on. And we have been inseparable ever since. He can call me from anywhere, and I'm gonna answer. And I can call him, and he's gonna answer.
And we're gonna talk it out.
We're gonna talk it out.
We're gonna leave the conversation feeling better.
Yes.
And I think that's what you need in friendships. You need friendships to where it's not necessarily, if I don't talk to you, then my life is over. But because then that puts too much weight on your friend.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we have to deal with that. And that's not healthy friendship. No. You should go into a friendship, or you should call somebody, and yes, talking to them makes you feel better, but you gotta make you feel better.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important space in a friendship, when you have two people that love themselves, and because they love themselves, they can love each other. And I think that's the basis of relationship, whether it's girlfriend, boyfriend, best friend.
And it's about respect friend. As well. At the end of the day, he busy. He can't sit and talk to me all day. You know what I'm saying?
And you doing blogs and stuff. I got your pages and websites. Listen, we stepping out into our gifts.
Come on.
We live busy lives. And so, the last thing we need to do is be drained by somebody on the phone. It's kind of like, let me have my moment, encourage me, get me together.
Yeah.
And let's get back into work.
Yeah. So, I absolutely love you.
I love you.
I absolutely love you. We gonna cut this off because we could talk forever. When we talk on the phone, it's like hours of talking until somebody go to sleep or has to get dressed to go to rehearsal. So we gonna cut this off. Thank you so much for coming.
Anytime.
And please, if you have not gleaned anything from what we've talked about today, be fearless. It is tough, but ask God for courage. And what I say to myself is, Stephanie, be brave. Be brave.
Make peace with the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Think about what's the worst thing that could happen. Make peace with it. And after you make peace with that, then a lot of times it's not even that bad.
Yeah. But did you die? No.
Are you yet living?
Hello?
So press on. Wait, y'all gotta make sure y'all follow me on all of my social media, okay? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's all Clifton Ross III, III. And you can follow my YouTube page. That's the only thing that's different. It's CLIROSS. I have a vocal empowerment series called Empower Your Voice. I love teaching people how to sing, how to get it. So make sure you check that out. Follow me. Message me. I'll message you back.
Thanks for that. And follow me.
At what?
At Voice Relevant on Twitter. The Relevant Voice on Instagram, and the Relevant Voice Facebook page. Like it. And also on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it. Anything I post, just share it. Anything he posts, just share it. Just do that for us. But I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna do another video coming up after this that's gonna be pretty funny. So I love you guys. I love you.
I love you.
And I'll see
And we
you
love
guys.
you.
We love you.
We love you.
Be